So,
Unwritten law,
I think I'll proceed with our discussion and then come back if there are other questions. So, this four dimension, we are talking about this human harmony in society. And we said, when we talk about harmony in society, these two things are important. First is to identify the human goal. That is goal of a human being living in society. And second is to find out the human system which is necessary to ensure the fulfillment of this human goal. So we have identified these four as human goal: right understanding and right feeling leading to happiness in every individual, prosperity in every family, the fearlessness, trust in society, and coexistence in nature in existence. So these are the four basic human goals we have identified, and we saw that we cannot do away with any one of them. We also saw that if it has to be ensured, right, this human goal has to be ensured, then we have to begin with the first one, that is right understanding and right feeling in every individual. Right. We also noticed that this is what is missing, right, to begin with in our education system. Then we said that in order to ensure the fulfillment of these four goals, these 5 dimensions of human system or human order is necessary. The education and sanskar, the health system and Sanyam, then production and work, then justice and suraksha, and exchange and storage. Right. And we said that if these 5 dimensions of human order is ensured, then it can lead to the fulfillment of these 4 human goals. And that is what we were trying to now, kind of go into little detail and find out the meaning of each of these systems, right, each of these dimensions, and trying to see whether if we ensure this in the correct manner, right, these 4 goals can be fulfilled. Some people are taking off degrees. Some getting sleep. Is it due to overeating or because it is not interesting?
10 o'clock getting sleep is not 7:30.
Good weather. Good weather.
I just wanted to check it. It is my responsibility. Make sure.
Do you believe on the existence of ghosts and this evil spirit, sir?
I explained so much. In fact, I explained that if you now start studying human beings, studying yourself, then one can realize that even the cells, which are associated with the body and which you see as human beings, right? If they don't have the right understanding and right feeling, they keep on troubling themselves and others. Right? This everybody can see. On the other, now, if you can also see that this cell has the nature of continuity and the body is temporary, then if the body dies by way of its temporality, the cell will continue to exist. And if it's not having right understanding and right feeling, it will, whatever it has assumed correct to be correct, will continue to have the feeling based on that. So you have people around who are troubling themselves and others while they are associated with the body. If the cells are there which are not associated with the body now, they continue to have that kind of feeling. Similarly, the good people, that is self having right understanding and right feeling, right? They think of doing good to themselves and to others. If they are not associated with the body, the self is not associated with the body, it will think of good to others. So one self you are calling as ghost, as evil, self. The other self you are calling as godly self. Okay. So when you are worshipping godly people, what does it mean? It means you are willing to take the inspiration from them. They are anyway having right, standing right feeling. They want to do good to you. So, but you have to become receptive to it. So when we talk about worship, we said worship means trying to achieve excellence, right? Which is based on this feeling of reverence, that acceptance of excellence in the other self, whether it is associated with the body or not associated with the body. So the reverence is for the excellence in the self. Worship is your commitment to achieve that excellence. So such self you are calling as godly self, as God with a small g or big G. And the self who are creating trouble even now, associated with the body, if they are not associated with the body, they continue to think of creating trouble. So then we are calling as evil, self or ghost or any such things. So I explained this quite in detail, I thought.
One point is clear about self. After departing from the body, it remains as it exists while it was in body. Which means myself now living with body, if this self is good, then even after it leaves my body, then after that it will be of good in nature. The self will be good. And from there I would like to go a little further. Then that self, one time or other, will take another form of body. So after taking the different form of body, will that self still remain the same? Or still remain to be good? That is first part of my question. The second part of my question is, sometimes in our body or in our self, the other self comes in. That means we call it spirit getting into our body, and then our body starts speaking in the form of other spirit. So how these things are possible? Because I encountered in my village a boy, in his body a spirit, the already old man, dead old man spirit coming in, and he started speaking in that old man spirit. So that is quite not very clear, or that is quite not very understandable to the ordinary people like us. So how
Don't think that you are ordinary people. You are people. It is the fact that it is possible for us to understand ourselves. Right? We are not ordinary people, we are people, that is it. Because why start with this difference, that there are these ordinary people and there are some extraordinary people. And then we can start studying ourselves. We can study into the self, into the body, into the coexistence of the two. All these things we can study. Right? And if you do this study, this one of the results which you get is what I was discussing. Right? So, even if you start looking at yourself, you will see that you are, willingly maintaining this association with your body. Right? If you do a small experiment, like ask your body to stop breathing. Do it for 5 minutes. You will get a lot of idea about what is happening. What is happening in terms of the transaction between the self and the body.
Got into our
Okay, very simple, This is not even 5 minutes now. When you ask the body to stop breathing, it stops breathing. Right? That is very simple phenomenon. But then it starts getting suffocated.
There is no continuation.
So when it is getting suffocated, it keeps sending you information. Right? That it is getting suffocated. Right? But it does not start breathing. It is you finally who decides that, okay, go ahead, start breathing. Right? Now this very simple fact that I am associated with my body with decision. Right? It is my decision to continue being associated with my body. It's not clear to us. If you pay little attention, it will become clear. Right? And I keep telling that this is the simplest way of committing suicide. One has to commit suicide. Just ask your body to stop breathing until it stops. Then not pay heed to the breathing of the body that is getting suffocated. That's the end of it. So simple. You don't have to make so many arguments, the fan and rope and then putting it in your neck and then having this. That is truly very necessary. So what you will do is you stand on this stool, right? Tie your neck with the rope, with the fan, and then you will drop this stool, right? If you commit suicide, right? You could as well lift your legs, right? Rather than dropping this stool. Yeah, but then that will not work. Why? Because after some time you decide to put your I mean, these kind of things we keep doing and we don't even understand what is happening, right? So my friend Vinesh was telling me that the number of people, the cases which, where they try to commit suicide and fail to commit suicide is more than the number of people who committed suicide finally. Because after some time you only change the decision. You think, leave it, we'll do it some other time.
Right understanding. Postpone.
Like I remember I told also in IIT Kanpur, one of the students he had some problem in academics and then he finally decided to commit suicide. So he climbed up 6 floors in the faculty building there and he wanted to jump from there. And then he looked down and he found that it was too high. So he came down 3 floors and from there he jumped and didn't die. This was not very high, Right? He broke his leg and all that. But this is what happens, right? It is you who is deciding to commit suicide, right? So kill your body. The problem is with the self or the body? Self. And it is killing the body or the self? Body. I mean, just see what is happening. Now then you try to do it and then you realize that this is too painful. So you will drop the idea. You say, okay, fine, do it some other time. You will do this only when there is no option left. Only when there is no option left. That is, you have dropped that stool. Now you can't do anything about it. So your body will get hanged. But if you have lifted your leg, okay, the same effect can be created. But then it does not work because you only after some time decide that okay, forget the idea. It is very painful. There is an old story, it's very popular. It says that one of the lady, the old lady, okay, in the village, nobody in the family was taking care of her. So she had to every day go to the forest and pick wood, collect it, and sell it in the market, and that is how she used to survive. So one day she was very unhappy, because of the inconvenience she has to undergo and all. So she started, thinking that even this, this god of death, Yamaraj, is also not listening to my call. If only, I die, I will be at least better, It is a story. So it so happened that this Yamaraj was passing by and he heard his voice. So he came down and he said, you remembered me. So she was taken aback. She said, who are you? I am Yamaraj, the god of death. And you were calling me, so I just came. I was passing by and heard you and I came. So then she was taken aback. She said, what to do? So he asked, what shall I do for you? So she said, this bundle of wood which she had collected, okay. She said, put it on my head and go. So that is your creativity. But what I am saying, this is all, you have to start looking into yourself and see this. Okay. If you are able to see this difference between the self and the body, if you are able to see the transaction which is taking place between the self and the body, right? And if you are able to see that the self has this continuity in nature and the body has a temporality in nature, then all these issues can be slowly sorted out by you. So, and each one of us can do that. So in that sense, I will leave it for you to explore into this thing. And if you do that, then only it will make sense, whatever answer I am giving. Otherwise it will not make sense. So more and more questions will keep coming on this. So I will leave it with you to make this observation, this study into yourself, okay, in terms of this coexistence of the self and the body, in terms of this transaction which is taking place between the self and the body, in terms of the nature of continuity in the self, the nature of temporality in the body. Right? All this, if you study, then many of these things will become very clear to us. Okay, so with this, I get back to this discussion on harmony in society. So the fourth dimension. So we had first talked about education and sanskar, then human health, then work and production. Now we have to find this fourth dimension, that is justice and suraksha. So justice means human-human relationship, recognition of this relationship, fulfillment of this relationship, leading to mutual happiness. Right? This we have discussed quite in detail. Right? All this has to do with understanding of the human-human relationship, right? Fulfillment of this human-human relationship leading to mutual happiness. So, this we defined as justice. The other thing called Suraksha has to do with relationship of human being with rest of nature. So in human and rest of nature relationship, it's recognition, fulfillment, leading to mutual prosperity. That is leading to the prosperity of human being as well as the prosperity of the rest of nature.
Till now, we have been having the definition of justice as different from the legal point of view, and it is very opposite to what it is written here. Here it means human-human relation, and then the justice in the judiciary means human-human contradiction.
Trying to resolve the human got punished.
Yeah, trying to resolve
Punish.
this contradiction in human-human relationship, or
Human-human relation.
trying to resolve the complaint which is because of the lack of human-human relationship. So the target point was essentially to ensure this. So if there is a lack of this, we do something, right, in the name of justice. But if you are proactive, right, then you start with this rather than trying to repair the damage which has taken place. Rather than trying to damage the, repair the damage, it is good that to ensure human relationship. What do you think? Which is better? To ensure this or try to repair the absence of this, or damage in this?